Yehova, please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yehova, pay careful attention and respond. Yehova is our power and authority. Yehova works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehova with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, He, Vav, He. Hand, behold. Nail, behold. Exodus chapter 7. But Yehova said to Moshe, I have put you in the place of God to Pharaoh, and Aaron your brother to be your prophet. You are to say everything I order you. And Aaron your brother is to speak to Pharaoh and tell him to let the people of Israel leave his land. But I will make him hard-hearted, even though I will increase my signs and wonders in the land of Egypt. Pharaoh will not listen to you. Then I will lay my hand on Egypt and bring my armies, my people, the sons of Israel, out of the land of Egypt with great acts of judgment. Then, when I stretch out my hand over Egypt and bring the people of Israel out from among them, the Egyptians will know that I am Yehova. Moshe and Aaron did exactly what Yehova ordered them to do. Moshe was 80 years old and Aaron 83 years old when they spoke to Pharaoh. Yehova said to Moshe and Aaron, when Pharaoh says to you, perform a miracle, tell Aaron to make his staff and throw it down in front of Pharaoh, so that it can become a snake. Moshe and Aaron went in to Pharaoh and did this, as Yehova has ordered. Aaron threw down his staff in front of Pharaoh and his servants, and it turned into a snake. But Pharaoh in turn called the sages and sorcerers, and they too, the magicians of Egypt, did the same thing, making use of their secret arts. Each one threw his staff down, and they turned into snakes. But Aaron's staff swallowed up theirs. Nevertheless, Pharaoh was made hard-hearted, and he didn't listen to them, as Yehova had said would happen. Yehova said to Moshe, Pharaoh is stubborn. He refuses to let the people go. Go to Pharaoh in the morning. When he goes out to the water, stand on the riverbank to confront him. Take in your hand the staff which was turned into a snake, and say to him, Yehova, the God of the Hebrews, sent me to you to say, let my people go, so that they can worship me in the desert. But until now you haven't listened. So Yehova says, this will let you know that I am Yehova. I will take the staff in my hand and strike the water in the river, and it will be turned into blood. The fish in the river will die. The river will stink, and the Egyptians won't want to drink water from the river. Yehova said to Moshe, say to Aaron, take your staff, reach out your hand over the waters of Egypt, over their rivers, canals, ponds, and all their reservoirs, so that they can turn into blood. There will be blood throughout the whole land of Egypt, even in the wooden buckets and stone jars. Moshe and Aaron did exactly what Yehova had ordered. He raised the staff and, in the sight of Pharaoh and his servants, struck the water in the river. And all the water in the river was turned into blood. The fish in the river died, and the river stank so badly that the Egyptians couldn't drink its water. There was blood throughout all the land of Egypt. But the magicians of Egypt did the same with their secret arts, so that Pharaoh was made hard-hearted and didn't listen to them, as Yehova had said would happen. Pharaoh just turned and went back to his palace without taking any of this to heart. All the Egyptians dug around the river for water to drink because they couldn't drink the river water. 7 days after Yehova had struck the river, Yehova said to Moshe, "Go into Pharaoh and say to him, 'Here is what Yehova says, let my people go, so that they can worship me. If you refuse to let them go, I will strike all your territory with frogs. The river will swarm with frogs. They will go up, enter your palace, and go into your bedroom, onto your bed. They will enter the house of your servants and your people, and go into your ovens and kneading bowls. The frogs will climb all over you, your people and your servants.'" How can we learn to love our Creator after reading Exodus 7? We can know the importance of sharing the words of Yehova with those around us. Know to be a prophet means to speak the orders of Yehova. Know that Yehova can make hearts hard for his purpose. Know that when your heart is hard, you do not listen. Therefore, ask Yehova to soften your heart to the words of Yehova, so that you will listen. Trust that it is only the outstretched hand of Yehova that will deliver us from evil. Elohim desires us to know that he is Yehova. Aim to do exactly what Yehova orders us to be found in his written word. Aim to listen to those who proclaim the orders of Yehova. When you proclaim good news, know that the Elohim of the Hebrews is with you. Aim to worship Yehova at his appointed times. Listen to Yehova and know that Elohim is Yehova Elif Tav. Aim to do exactly what Yehova orders us to do, found in his written word. Take to heart the words of Yehova. Know that the reason given to Pharaoh to let the Hebrews go was to worship Yehova. Aim to know what true worship to Yehova is and worship Yehova. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can teach others the importance of our worship to Yehova and at his appointed times. Bear one another's burdens. We can do exactly what Yehova orders us to do, even if no one else does. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. End with Arianic blessing. Yehova will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehova will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order. He will provide for you love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehova will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete.